Hello, welcome back. This is Sheila, the PA doll lady, and today we have a special guest. It is a Germany doll, and I've featured him before on the channel, but he is so adorable. I just wanted to feature him again before he goes because for whatever reason, I have a feeling that he's going to probably be leaving the store rather quickly. There is high interest in him. I did not understand or recognize how rare this doll was. I actually went to pick up this collection in Jersey, and he was second choice. He was second choice for me. I had picked up all the Patty Play Pal family members. I had picked up all the Big Daddy girls and every possible Patty Play Pal member was in this collection, and I was familiar with them. So therefore, that's the ones that I went for. I went and I picked them up and everything. We had an opportunity to continue talking with the family, and this guy was actually second choice because, for one, I wasn't familiar with him. I did not understand how rare he is, and between the first pickup and the second pickup, it was almost a year. So he could have been sold to anybody else, but he was there waiting for me. I honestly think, not to sound a little cuckoo, but we're doll collectors, so who cares? They already call us cuckoo anyway, so whatever. We don't care about your judgment. We like our dolls and we don't care what you think. So, with that in mind, I'm thinking they sat there in that collection for almost 30 plus years together. It was this guy here, and I had another blue eyed one, and the other one had like lashes. If you look at my channel, you can actually see him. I had featured him in one of my shorts because I was researching him for hours. Apparently, they are so rare, they rarely come up. And I see why, because, like I said, the collection that he came out of, they had been together for 30 plus years. The owner had bought one and then fell in love. Her passion and her love for her collection is so amazing. I wish that I do have pictures of the owner that not only bought them, she took very good care of them. She adored her doll collection from the early 80s all the way to her passing in 2025. Actually, I think she passed in 2024. And I had been in talks with her daughter for a very long time. Actually, we got to talking because we were both part of a doll collection group, and she was asking for help and identification, and I was like, "Oh, I know this one and I know that one." And little did I know that they were so close to home. So we got to talking for a while, and we talked for over a year before the collection was opened up for me to come in and buy half of it essentially. I went in and I bought everything that I had already studied and learned. But this big boy, like, he is just so amazing. His little wave on the top just bugs me out. And those eyes, like, the fact that they're brown is a big deal because usually, for whatever reason, most dolls from back in the day tend to be like blue-eyed, blonde, whatever. So anytime I see one that's a little bit different, it just automatically makes me stop on my tracks. But one of the main reasons that I did not pick him on first choice is because of how big he is. And I'll show you how big he is. He is yay big. Not to mention, like, I did bring home like 2 truckloads of dolls the first time. We rented 2 vehicles, and they were, because they were like the Patty Play Pals and all the other ones that are like mold, plastic mold, I was concerned about putting too much pressure on the dolls laying on the bottom, and therefore I kind of like hinted like, hey, I want to come back. I will come back to get the rest of them, this, that, and the other, but I didn't pick him. I was not familiar with him, and I'm so glad that her daughter allowed us the opportunity to go back in again because this here buddy is just absolutely cool. So check out his little fist, and they are big. Like, his hands are almost as big as mine. He has this little thumb up, and then here he has 2 fingers up. He has the printed, let me bring him this way. He has like the printed fingernails that's very common for the Germany dolls. His eyes, I love these eyes. I don't know how they maneuvered this back in the early 30s, but I just think it's so awesome. And I could almost make him look at you. Almost. So it's like a little weight. And as you're moving the head, they just move side to side. My husband's a little creeped out by him. He's like, can you please just take him back to storage? And I'm like, no, I like him. I like him a lot. And I want to keep him. But we're not going to keep him. We're going to send him to his new home whenever his new home arrives. He feels like he's plastic, but he has like crazing on him. So he's not plastic. His legs also have crazing on them. So you can see the little lines. I mean, but if you've been here since 1930, hello, what else can you expect? You know, you should expect some kind of boo-boos from that long ago. He's 4 years shy of being an antique doll. So an antique doll is a doll that has been around for 100 years. The fact that all his toes are still here, like, look at how big these things are. Almost as big as my hand. And he is jointed in that I could stand him up. I could stand him up. I mean, I can't, like, keep him standing, but I can pose him as if he's standing up. And then I can sit him down. So he's had a lot of interest. Some people are just like very curious by his like childish look. And some folks were kind of giving me information as to the fact that they had been looking for him for a long, long time. And apparently he doesn't appear on the market quite often. I've never seen him before, but I'm a baby to this market. I've only been in the doll market for 4 years. So I can't tell you exactly, you know, how long something's been or hasn't been around because I just started in the hobby myself. So, but apparently he's a hot stuff. So I wanted to record him because I don't think he's going to be around for long. And before he leaves, I just wanted to make sure that I had him on record because it may be a very long time before we see him again. So he comes in with the brown eyes, and then the other one had the blue eyes. The blue eyes were absolutely gorgeous. He went home right away, though. I didn't get to enjoy him for too long. But this guy, I have him priced up because I want to spend a little bit of time with him. I'm okay with waiting for the person, you know, the right person to take him home. And because he's so rare, like, I'm okay with having him around to make content and share him and share his story. I for sure, like 1,000% was just a little confused on why I could not find information on him. And if you look up Puz, P-U-Z doll on WorthPoint, it's about one of the few places that you can actually see a photo of him, but he's dressed as a girl. Well, you know, he's gender neutral. He could be whatever you want it to be. So it's dressed as a girl on WorthPoint. And it was quite a while back that they were available. So this guy here and the brother have been with me for about 3 weeks, maybe. Well, the brother I already sent home. That one had been in the same collection with this one since the early 90s. And that's the one that I had advertised to the customers and to everybody that follows me on my eBay store, that there's a 30-year collection that has been released. And the beautiful thing about this guy here is that not only was he in that same collection for 30 years, but what doll, as a collector and as a serious collector, what doll do you put on your only after I pass will this doll be released? And what makes that list, right? Like if you have a collection, which dolls make the list of these are not leaving me until I pass to the other world. That's the only time I'm leaving those dolls go. Well, he made it to the final step. Him and the brother were like this owner's prized possession, and she was not leaving them go until she had to go. So she left us in 2025, I believe, or end of 2024, I think, somewhere around there. I'm not exactly sure. And it's the only time that they were released back into the collecting world. So I don't mind keeping him for a couple weeks, maybe longer. I don't know, but he's adorable. Tell me what you think about him. All right. I hope that you have a doll that makes you smile. I hope that you have a doll that, whether it's rare or not, just brings you joy, and that you can take pictures with it, talk about it, and just enjoy. Just create a little piece of joy in the world, because you know what? There's so much crap going on. Let's talk about dolls. Forget about everything else. Have a good day.